So everyone would assume that it was Anti who made his return, but it was actually a different Gridknight. When we actually seen on the beginning of the episode of two people, which is we seen who was the Gridknight, which the guy who was actually named Knight decided to transform into Gridknight and joins in the battle to deal with the kaiju, which Ojina and Mojina actually decided to control the kaiju altogether, but they actually realized that they cannot control it in this state, which it actually damaged Dynazenon. But normally they actually seen whose side he is on, but we knew that he actually isn't neither side. So we seen how the group actually began to see he disappeared. So we actually see Koyomi actually ran, knowing that that street is where his date's husband is there, which he was actually is injured. So he knew that he put his jealousy aside and decided to help him out, but knowingly how the group is going to look out for the kaiju, so they decided to stake out in a abandoned building. So we actually knew they actually encountered Knight again, saying that he is Gridknight. Now we knew how he actually revealed himself, but now we actually see how he refused to help them out because they say that Dynazenon is in no condition to battle. In which we see Yomoji actually talking to Minami about the Ark puzzle, in which it was once belonged to her older sister, which she told him that they were once together, even form a bond, but as they gotten older, they have grown apart, in which she barely see her smile, but except for the one part where she actually invite her to her recital, which we seen how she actually smiled. But then we see how the kaiju Eugenists actually decided to create a powerful kaiju with the same kaiju they actually have. In short, they actually use the kaiju to actually battle Dynazenon, in which they have no choice but to use the damaged part to battle. In other words, we see Knight and his partner actually decide to help them out, in which he transformed again, which his partner using a powerful attack to heal the injured part. So we see how they decided to work together and defeat the kaiju, which Gridknight using Gridknight Circular, while Dynazenon using his Dynasaver, and they both using their finishing attacks, which is Big Blade Strike and Night Circular End, and they defeated the kaiju altogether, in which his partner actually introduced herself as the second, which they actually thank them for now as they actually take their leave. But they actually knew that Yomoji and Minami have actually late for class, so they decide to go to school. And then we see how Koyomi actually heard from his date, and she thanks him for saving her husband's life. In which, at the end, we see Minami telling Yomoji that she's going to find this man Futaba Senda and trying to find some answers. So we actually see two different Gridknights in different series, which we see Auntie as Gridknight from Gridman, and a character named Knight who became Gridknight from Dynazenon. So there are two different versions of the Gridknight that we actually love as a character. But we see how we knew there are two differences into the series, because there are actually reimaginings of which characters they actually have. So I cannot wait to see more of Gridknight later on, and what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend when Minami gonna find some answers. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy here saying signing out. Laters, and be safe.